news. So many people on meth. Ow!
Well, we got a lot of nonsense going on here in South Florida today to get to. And we're going to start off with 41-year-old Charles Robert Strom, who got arrested for public intoxication in Coral Springs. They say the incident began when multiple callers reported a man ripping off his clothes, lying in the middle of a parking lot, and banging on plywood.
Ooh, yeah, it's a rough one.
One caller told the police that she saw him stumbling through an alley and running in front of moving vehicles, forcing at least one driver to swerve off the road to avoid hitting him.
That sounds like meth or PCP.
When officers arrived, they found Strom showing signs of being extremely intoxicated. While speaking with the police, he was asked to contact a family member. Investigators say he removed his shoe and began talking into it as if it were a cell phone.
Did he reach anybody?
Nobody. His shoe phone apparently was disconnected.
I mean, I always think it's a hardcore drugs, but, you know, sometimes people can drink themselves into quite a stupor.
Yeah, no, they really can. Doesn't take a whole lot. Well, 33-year-old Florida man Luke Hewick was arrested after he exposed his genitals while in a Chick-fil-A drive-thru in Flagler County.
You can't do that.
Now, especially when the employee is a minor.
Ooh, new.
Yes. She told them that she handed the customers food, and he had his junk out with a unit around it that you would buy in an adult toy shop.
Whoa.
A ring type mechanism.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, they got him on security camera, found him at home later that day. He admitted to wearing the toy. He said he was just testing it out while he was driving, but didn't think it was visible to anybody.
Oh, okay. Got ya.
I had no idea you'd be able to see that thing, you creep.
And at Chick-fil-A?
Right.
He was trying to eat. Come on,
Christian
dude.
chicken.
Dude.
Come on now. There's a woman in Clearwater got arrested after police say she intentionally set her boyfriend's home on fire following an argument.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to play the role of Virginia. What did he do?
She had made prior threats, including saying that she would huff and puff and blow his house down.
Oh, dang, she's quoting the wolf?
Yeah, she was. Three Little Pigs. The dispute then escalated, and the woman allegedly used flammable materials to start the fire at the residence. Witnesses say that she was pouring substances and then ignited the blaze, so they got people that put her doing it. They say it was intentionally set, and now she's facing arson-related charges.
I mean, that's got to be at least 10 years in prison, no?
Yeah, I would think something like that. That feels like it's a felony, and that's going to put you in there for a while.
If that's a misdemeanor, I do not understand the law.
Yeah, it does seem a little bit crazy, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Well, 26-year-old Florida man Jeffrey Moreno was arrested and charged with attempted first-degree murder after deputies say he followed his estranged girlfriend and shot at her car in Palm Beach County. The woman drove to the sheriff's office in West Palm Beach while being chased by Moreno, reported the incident, and then he fired multiple shots at her vehicle during the pursuit. Dang, dude. Now he's been charged with attempted first-degree murder. Wow.
Put him in the clink.
What'd you think was going to happen? Austin Pear, 29-year-old, is accused of pushing his ex-girlfriend from a moving pickup truck, running her over, and then claiming she jumped out herself. They say that there are reports of the woman lying in the road surrounded by blood and scattered belongings after witnesses saw what looked like a person thrown from a vehicle. He tried to say she did it to herself, then watched him drag her back into the truck and flee. She had abrasions and injuries when they got to her, and nobody's buying his version of this.
That's rough.
Yeah, it really is, man. I'm telling you, these freaking dudes. That's unreal. Police say a 72-year-old driver allegedly struck a cyclist during a tense encounter in Georgia. The rider suffered injuries, including a spine fracture after the SUV appeared to make contact, knocking him to the ground. It looked like a driver was upset with a bunch of bicyclists and couldn't get around them, and then went too close and tried to make a statement. And yeah, it's wild, man. As you see him driving, because he's driving down the middle of the stripe in the middle of the road, and the bicyclists are all trying to get to the right side of it. He had a lot of room to go.
I mean, if you don't keep your emotions in check and you get all mad and act out on that emotion, your car's a weapon.
It is, absolutely. You got to keep that in mind.
People forget that sometimes.
Here's a bit of the audio from the video that clearly has him acting a fool. Yeah, he's just acting like a total jerk, just laying on his horn and Yeah, as he went around them and then clocks the L1 driver.
I got it on video.
Yeah, how about that? You going down, dog?
Hope they caught that guy.
Yep. Missouri Domino's driver is facing multiple charges after allegedly using his vehicle to strike a customer during a tip dispute. 36-year-old Zachary Nicholas Walton was arrested April 29th in Fulton following what police initially thought was an accident. Authorities say Walton became upset over not receiving a tip and began yelling profanities at the customer.
Why didn't he get a tip, though?
Yeah, good question. Maybe there's a reason. Video footage reportedly shows him shouting, "What are you going to do, B? Come get me?" before driving towards the victim. Police allege Walton accelerated forward, striking the man who jumped onto the hood to avoid further injury. Walton then fled at a high rate of speed, but later was found at a Domino's location where he admitted to driving at the victim to scare him.
That is not the message of the power of pizza. It's supposed to bring people together, not separate.
Yeah, they got first-degree assault on that one. Yeah, dude, crazy. Did you see the footage of the United Airlines jet that clipped the semi-tractor as a bakery truck on the New Jersey Turnpike?
Yeah.
That was wild because the dude was just going along singing, and then he kind of looks up like, wait, this ain't going to kaboom. And then it just kind of goes, the video just kind of goes, and it gets all wobbly, and you can tell that he's knocked over. And the crazy thing about it was it didn't seem like anybody was hurt.
I know.
The aircraft landed safety. It was all 221 passengers, and the truck driver only suffered minor injuries.
Those are always the things that freak me out. When you're just chilling, you're singing, and then a plane hits you, or you're on your bed watching TV, sinkhole.
Yeah, boom. I guess when it's your time, man. That's the way it goes. More chaos in the friendly skies. United Airlines flight just before landing in New Jersey had a 48-year-old passenger assault a flight attendant and try to force his way into the cockpit. The crew had to declare emergency as the plane approached Newark. Then police were waiting for him when they got there. He was taken into custody for a psych evaluation.
If you see, if you're on the plane and you see someone trying to get into the cockpit, you have the right as another passenger to tackle that guy, hold him down.
Yeah, because he's risking everybody's life at that point.
Because what are you going in there for?
Yeah, it'd be like what happened on 9/11 with that plane that went down in Pennsylvania.
I think if you see that, you have to stop that.
Yep. And can you believe somebody put a 70-pound humanoid robot named Bebop on its own flight? It had its own seat on a Southwest flight from Oakland to San Diego, but once on board, flight crews grew concerned about its oversized lithium battery and where it was sitting, because that didn't meet safety standards. You see those lithium batteries always catching on fire?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say that. Was it Bebop? Is that his name?
Bebop, yeah.
I thought you were going to say that Bebop learned how to fly the plane halfway through.
Oh, my gosh.
Through the flight.
At that point, it's the movie Airplane, right?
It is.
Yeah, it really is. That's wild, man. And something else flying through the skies, drones. Don't do it in Port St. Lucie by this couple's house, though. They are actually facing felony charges after admitting to burning a $1,200 drone in their fire pit.
But what was the drone doing? Okay. Was it in their yard?
Yeah, 40-year-old Christopher Paula was flying a drone at about 11:30 p.m. last Saturday when it lost communication while in flight over his Port St. Lucie neighborhood. The drone, Paula told police, was programmed to automatically return to its home when connection was lost. However, instead of flying back, the drone was just gone. And he went to 43-year-old Sandra Marcellus's house and apparently asked her and said, "Hey, yeah, have you seen my drone? This is the last known position." And through the Ring doorbell camera said, "You don't have a effing drone anymore, sir." Then he called police, and apparently they got in trouble because you cannot torch somebody's drone that lands in your yard.
How do you feel about that? Because if I'm in my backyard and all of a sudden this drone flies down and is just hovering and looking at me, if I have a baseball bat and I break that thing because it's in my yard, I'm going to get in trouble for that. That's not cool.
I know. I don't necessarily agree with that. In fact, I'm surprised. It's almost a warning that if you did that, I guess they could get you for felony property destruction.
I don't know, man. I think a lot of people are going to take a bat to that thing.
I know they might, but yeah, that's what I'm telling you. At least the way it sits right now. Now, this case might change it, what you can do to a drone that is in your yard, but
I don't see how that is legal.
Yeah.
That's a camera going into your yard.
Yeah, well, I'm sure their attorney is going to feel the same way. So it's going to be an interesting case as they got a felony charge on that. Wild.